Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra Unit 3 Final Exam Review 2015 or 16 or 17. I don't know what year it is. All right, so writing linear equations, what we're going to be talking about today. And let's go ahead and get started. So write the point slope equation of the line with the given characteristics. So we need to remember what point slope form is. Point slope is the y minus y1 equals your slope x minus x1. So that's all we have to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down that kind of shell, the y minus blank equals the slope parentheses x minus blank, and we got to figure it out. So I need to plug in my point and my slope. So my slope goes with the -9, and then my x goes with the x, and the y goes with the y. So that turns into a +7. Okay? Number 2, write a line parallel. Okay, that's a keyword right there. Parallel means that we want the same slope. So I'm going to steal it real quick. That passes through the point -4, 3. So I'm still writing point slope right here. Okay? So I know it's y minus blank equals the slope x minus. So if it's parallel, that means I get to steal the slope, so it's -1/2. And then remember, the x goes with the x. If it's a negative, it's going to change to a positive, and then the 3. So we got y minus 3 equals -1/2 x plus 4. So now we need to do slope intercept. So slope intercept means y equals mx plus b. So now we have to solve it. So we will still start off in point slope. Well, sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself because this one tells me what the slope is, and then it tells me what the y-intercept is. So I can go straight into my answer that y equals -4x minus 2/5. Okay, just because it's a fraction doesn't mean it's the slope. I'm going to make that x look nicer. Okay, so for a line that contains the point and the slope, so now I have to go into point slope and solve. So we have 2/5. There's my y. There's my 10. Y minus 5 equals, I forgot to draw my line. We have to distribute to both. 2/5 x. 2 times 10 is 20. 20 divided by 5 is 4. And then I add 5 to both sides. So we get y equals 2/5 x plus 9. So y equals 2/5 x plus 9. All right. Number 5, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. All they gave me were 2 points. So I don't even have the slope. So if I don't even have the slope, I need to find the slope, which we talked about before, the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So first I have to find the slope, and then I can plug into point slope. Okay, so let's go ahead and find our slope. 7 minus 4, 2 minus 1. 7 minus 4 is 3, 2 minus 1 is 1, and 3 over 1 is the same thing as 3. So there's my slope, and then I pick what point. It doesn't matter which one, I'm just going to pick the 1, 4 because the numbers are a little smaller. The left side is easy, and then we need to distribute 3 times x and 3 times 1. Add 4 to both sides, and y equals 3x plus 1. Okay. Number 6, a line that is perpendicular. Perpendiculars, we're going to need to do something with that slope and the point -8.6. So remember that perpendicular means opposite and reciprocal. So if my current slope is -4/3, I need to take the opposite reciprocal of that. So if it's negative, it's going to be positive, and if it's 4/3, it's going to be 3/4. So this is our new slope, and I just plug it in. Okay, my slope is 3/4. My x goes with my x, then my y goes with my y, and then we solve. So y minus 6 equals 3/4 x. 3 times 8 is 24. 24 divided by 4 is 6. And then we add 6 to both sides and get y equals 3/4 x plus 12. All right. Write the linear equation of the line represented. So the first thing I notice is that it's diagonal. So it's going to have an x and a y, and that it is falling. So the two things that I need is I need my y-intercept, which is 0, 5, and then I need my slope. From one point to the next, what are we doing? Well, we're going down 1 and then 1, 2 over 3. So I know that y equals -1/3 x because that's our slope, and then it is plus 5. Okay, number 8, this is a vertical line. It's a special case, and vertical lines are always x equals. And what does x equal? Yeah, x equals -7. Okay. Let's just do this in one video. Go ahead and flip it over. So let's remember some vocabulary. Okay, so the y-intercept is your starting amount or your flat fee. Slope means per, of, each, or every. And then an ordered pair are two numbers in the same sentence. Okay, if you need to pause it to copy that, please do so. Okay, so Luis has a starting balance of $800 in his savings account. He withdraws $30 each week. Let X equal the number of weeks and Y represent his total balance. So there's only two numbers. We have a starting balance and a 30. So our starting balance, that's going to be our y-intercept, okay? 0, 800. And then our slope is going to be that 30 because there's the word each, but there's a big word in front of it, withdraws. If he is withdrawing, that means it's a negative 30. So y equals negative 30x plus 800. All right, number 10. Enza has a job that pays base salary plus commission. She receives $30 for every book she sells. During one period, she sold 3 books and made $225. Write an equation to model this situation. So the two things that they're talking about is they're talking about the books and then they're talking about the money, okay? $25 has the word every, so that is my slope, but then I have this point of xy right here, so 3, 225. So I have point and I have a slope, so all that means is I'm doing point slope. My slope is 25. My y is 225 and my x is 3. All right, and then we just solve like we were doing before. 25x minus 25 times 3. If you have 3/4, you have, good, 75. And then we want to add the 225 to the other side. So we get y equals 25x, and then 75 minus 225, or I'm sorry, negative 75 plus 225 is 150. So we get y equals 25x plus 150. All right, last one. Number 11. A moving company charges a flat fee plus charges for every mile driven. Ashley drove 300 miles and was charged $250. Joey drove 150 miles and was charged $175. So I have 2 numbers, or 4 numbers, which means I have 2 points. My first point is the 300, 250, and then the 150, 175. Okay, we're saying that x is the miles and y is the amount that you were charged. So the first thing we need to write an equation, I need the slope. So we've got 175 minus 250 and the 150 minus 300. Okay, so 175 minus 250 equals negative 75. So on the top is negative 75. And then we got 150 minus, no, 350, 300. And we get negative 150. And that equals what? Negative 75 divided by negative 150 equals 0.50. Now I know most of you guys are going to be like, oh, that's 1/2. We're talking about money, so I want the decimal. It's 50 cents. That is our slope. So now I know what the slope is. I'm just going to plug into point slope. Okay, I'm going to pick the smaller number, so I'm going to go with 175 and 150. So y minus 175 equals 0.50x and nope, 0.50 times negative 150 equals negative 75. And then we add 175 to both sides. And we get y equals 0.50x plus 100. And that is our final equation. Okay? Now, if you need any help on anything Unit 3 or Unit 2 or Unit 1 related, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself, who would love to help you out. Otherwise, this is Mr. Grice signing off for Algebra Semester 1, Unit 3, Final Exam Review. Thanks for watching.